My name is Ryan, and this is my story. I was born with two amazing Christian parents who brought me up in church from the time I was born and taught me the right ways and wrong ways to do things, and always were at church. If it was Sundays or Wednesdays, we were there. Always at home, we were Christ-centered, and really thankful for that. Thankful that I had an opportunity later on in life to work at Fort Caswell and be able to mentor thousands of campers that came in and out for those 2 summers. But when I look back on that, I was kind of just doing what my parents said, and went with emotions and really had no actions behind it. And I started to venture off and do things I knew was wrong, and as I was doing them, I felt guilty, but I did it because it felt good. And I believe a lot of people do that. They just do things that feels good, and I really wasn't caring about the consequences of my actions. And in 2017, of March or April, I believe, I found myself having to face those consequences. And instead of really facing it, I decided that it was probably better to just end my life for myself, and also for the sake of my parents and the embarrassment that things came to light would cause them. So I took a handful of mitts of pills and kind of just lay down and wasn't really thinking of tomorrow. I woke up a couple days later in the emergency room. I was intubated, not really knowing what was going on, but I remember having this feeling of I can't even kill myself right. You know, all these things in life I wasn't doing right, and I thought maybe just ending my life I could do something. And thankfully that God had better plans, that He let me survive that. I remember waking up, and first thing I said to my mom was, "You probably don't love me anymore." And my mama said that no matter what you do, I'll never stop loving you. And I believe that's what God tells us too, is no matter what we do in life, no matter where we find ourselves at, we can always come back to Him, and He will forgive us and continue to love us. Even after that, I kind of still went back and forth on doing things I knew really wasn't right, but coming to church on Sundays. And it became, again, I found myself in this position of, I guess, in my own little pit, of I climb myself out and I fall back down again. And it wasn't until I met my wife, Amber, at the end of 2018, that I really started to see a purpose in life and see that maybe I am here for something. And later on we got married, and we adopted our first son, Charlie. He was 5 weeks old. We adopted him, and that gave me a real sense of purpose in life. Of now I have somebody else's life to be accountable for, and somebody else that I need to build up in the church and give him the background that I have, and be able to teach him, hey, I went down this road. This is not something that you want to do in life. It's something that I want you to steer clear from, because I went down through it, I lived it. It's not something that I enjoyed, but it's something that taught me that over that mountain there's joy. And now we have a little girl. Again, it's just another story God has unfolded in our life. So hey, in 2017, that when He thought this was the end, I had totally different plans for you, and He allowed me to survive that, and allowed me to learn from that, and learn that you're going to have to face consequences in life, but to be able to look to Him, and um, instead of looking at the world for answers, you look for Him, look at His Word for answers, and He will show you the way every single time. Um, so I'm thankful I climbed out of my pit, but that's my story.